The prescription texting service is one of our core services within Allcare. This service is absolutely ideal for our patients who are on regular prescription medication. Patients who avail of the service will receive regular reminder text messages to inform them that their prescription is ready for collection, thus ensuring that they don't miss any doses and also minimising the waiting time in the pharmacy. They will also receive texts letting them know that they need to order a new prescription from their doctor, and also when an old item comes back in stock, text can be sent to the patient to inform them that the product is now available for collection. The specialised text templates that are available on MPS should always be used when sending a text to a patient. The reason for this is that these text templates ensure that the text messages are compliant with relevant data protection legislation and that all of our texts have consistent professional content. Details of these templates are available in Appendix 1 of SOP 43. The principal function of the service is to make life easier for our patients by making it easier for them to manage their prescriptions. However, increased usage of the service can also hugely benefit the pharmacy involved. Firstly, the service can vastly improve patient adherence to prescribed medication, meaning that they're much more likely to collect their medication before it runs out. The texting service will also make it easier for staff to handle loanings. A text message can be sent to the patients when the owed item is back in stock using the appropriate text template on MPS. This helps to reduce return trips to the pharmacy and therefore saves time for both the staff and patient involved. Pharmacies, as we unfortunately all know, can cycle between down periods and hectic periods. Using the prescription texting service can significantly help with balancing workload within the dispensary. During the quieter periods, the prescriptions for the following week can be prepared and left aside, thereby allowing the pharmacy team to be more prepared and reducing the amount of work that needs to be carried out that following week. In addition, phone calls to the pharmacy from patients wishing to order their prescription can be significantly reduced. And finally, the service is a way of solidifying that coveted customer loyalty and ensuring return customers. As I'm sure most of you have seen, there is a special prescription service leaflet which contains the consent forms which customers must complete in order to avail of this service. On the inside page, there's a brief description of all of our prescription services, and their associated benefits for customers are very clearly outlined. On the other side, we have the consent form. This enables us to capture helpful patient information such as their date of birth, their doctor's name, the address of their surgery, and very importantly for this service, the patient's mobile and telephone number. By signing the end of this form, the patient is providing us with permission to send them appropriate reminder texts. At the bottom of the consent forms, as I'm sure most of you have noticed, there are 3 barcodes. Each of these barcodes corresponds to one of our prescription services, with the barcode on the left-hand side corresponding to the prescription texting service. Once the customer has completed the consent form, the relevant barcode for each of the service a customer wishes to avail of, as they may wish to sign up for more than one, should be scanned at till point. This will record the sign-up on Mars and allow you to measure the success of the service within your particular pharmacy. This scanning process is a very innovative feature that ultimately helps to reduce the admin workload in store. By scanning the relevant barcodes for each customer, we eliminate the need to send the consent forms back to head office. The completed consent forms can then be stored in the corresponding patient file alongside any valid prescriptions so that they do not get misplaced. We will now have Patricia from Moy Cullen, who will go through some of the benefits she has witnessed herself in her pharmacy with the introduction of this service.
Well, every Friday we look up the scheduler and see who's on for the following week. We check for the texting service. We bring out all our files for those that's to be texted. We put them in a basket, and then for our trays, we have the trays, and we just organise them and get them out as well. And then on Saturday we do up the sheets to put in the baskets of all the medication the patients are on, and we put them into the basket and get then the tablets together into each basket. We do the same for the texting. We don't do sheets, but we just put the tablets into a basket with the prescription, and if we have time on Saturday, we do some Saturday. If not, Monday morning we start off afresh. But we have to do on the Saturday, if possible, to do most of the ones that's needed on Monday morning. And then we follow up each day on our texting and our trays. The customers are delighted with it, and it's great for us. They don't have to wait. It's ready for them. And when we text them, we put on the bag, text it that we know we've done it, and then when they come in, all they have to do is just pick it up. So they're lots of great, delighted with it, and it saves us any hassle of when others come in that we're just working on what comes in through the door.